YouTube channel. My name is Courtney Young and I'm with Summit Disc Golf. Today we are at Kilbourne Park in Charlotte. We're gonna be doing an in the bag video talking about what's in my bag so that I can rebuild my bag. Right now I've got a lot of things that I throw and I've got a lot of things that I don't really throw but I'm carrying around. And so over the next few weeks we're gonna be working to rebuild my bag. And right now we're gonna go through my bag and I'm gonna tell you exactly what's in my bag right now. So first we'll start with putters. I am a big fan of the Banger GT by Discraft. It's got like a thumb groove. I don't know if you can see it, but the thumb groove, I really like it because I have small hands. I like it because it lets me have a good grip on the disc, and they're kind of tacky. I started out with 2 Jawbreaker putters, and recently I've acquired 2 of these Banger GTs just by Discraft, not Jawbreaker. I actually have 3 in my bag right now. Probably don't need to carry all 3 of them, but I do enjoy throwing them. And so that's what I have for putters. I also have a Pure by Latitude 64 in my bag. It's in this opto plastic. It's really pretty because that matters. You know it matters. It's also a 1-1 when it comes to, stability and understability. I really like this one for throwing straight holes. I don't throw it that often, but I do keep it in my bag for when I want to throw a shot really straight, directly forward, but maybe my putter is going to be too soft. So this is what I go for a thrower. For a mid-range, right now I have a Harp. This is really similar. I think it's the same flight numbers as a Zone. I got this one at a tournament. I really like it because it's hard plastic. I use it as a thrower. For me, it stays straight and then has a hard cut finish. So it usually finishes pretty overstable. Like I said, that's what's in my bag as like a mid-range. And I throw this one pretty frequently. Now moving on to what's on the side of my bag. We'll go to some more mid-ranges. Again, I don't throw these that often because usually I divert to the Harp, but I have a Paul Macbeth Zone, so you guys probably know pretty much all about the Discraft Zone. And then I also have a Buzz in Z plastic. And so this disc, I don't throw that often. The Zone, I pretty much throw when I need a straight shot. Maybe I'm sick of the Harp, maybe I'm looking for something that's gonna be a little bit more overstable or go a little bit straighter. I'll go with the Zone. And so those are the 2 that I keep on the side pouch, really just because I don't access them, I don't use them that often. That might be something I revamp. I know I've got to look at mid-ranges when I'm revamping my bag, and so that's something I'm looking at moving forward. While I'm talking about mid-ranges, I'll go ahead and pull out, I've got a Gateway disc. It's called a Prophecy. If you're looking for a stupid, overstable mid-range, check out this Gateway Prophecy. It's in diamond plastic. It says it's stable, but this thing will bail on you. So I use it when I'm trying to get a really big hook shot. I need it to go left because I throw a righty backhand. I've never really forehanded it much. I mean, I'm assuming it would bail because it's so overstable for me. But yeah, I keep this in my bag for those scramble shots when you're in the woods or you just really need to make a dog leg. I pull this one out. So now moving on to drivers. Mike gives me such a hard time because I keep so many drivers in the bag. For my gameplay, I usually just focus on throwing a driver. I know I can get it further because I have a lot of low weight drivers, and I really just kind of adjust my arm speed to the distance. And so I've got a few drivers, fairway drivers like the Felon that I throw a lot. I've got a few of those in the bag. So I'm just going to start working left to right, and I'll just explain to you what I have in there. The first thing I pulled out was a Ricky Wysocki Star Destroyer. I've actually got 2 of these in the bag. I picked up from the used bin at Doggone Good Disc. Right now I'm loving it. I'm really throwing the pink one more. I just feel like I can get a good snap off of it, even though they're pretty similar. So for these destroyers, the pink one is at 158 grams, the blue one is at 156 grams, and then I've got another destroyer in here that's a Paul Macbeth 4-time champion Innova destroyer. Still in Star Plastic, and it's 150 grams. This green one is a little bit more gummy than the other two, probably just because I've been throwing it longer. So I tend to go with this one for longer shots, but here lately I've really been leaning on this pink one. I feel like I get a good snap off of it. But yeah, so I've got 3 of those destroyers in the bag, and really it's because I lost a driver recently that was a katana, and I didn't have anything in my bag to replace it. And so when I saw these 2, I was like, gotta get those backups. Picked them up from Doggone Good Disc. I'm gonna go ahead and grab all 3 of my Felons from the bag. As you can see, I don't really keep my bag that organized when I'm throwing. I just kind of put them in there. I know what I'm looking for when I go to throw. But my favorite mold that I throw is a Felon. I got this one at a tournament. It's a challenge on the compound, a fusion plastic. It's got a little bit of a sparkle in there. It doesn't really say exactly, but this one I've kind of beat in a little bit, but it's so flat. I love forehanding it. I can get it on that line when I'm in the woods and I've got a tight gap. I go for this one. I also have a Felon in Lucid plastic, but this one is not as stable as the orange one because I haven't thrown it as much. So I kind of go to that if I really still need that Felon-like overstability. And then I've got this Lucid X Eric Oakley Team Series Chameleon Felon. It's beautiful. I don't know if you can see it. It goes from blue to purple. This one is stupid overstable for me. I don't know if it's because it's a little bit more pop top. Probably also has to do with the plastic. This is a Sarah Hokum Team MVP Trace. I haven't thrown that this much. I really have it in the bag just as a extra driver in case I want another lightweight one. It's 169 grams. I haven't thrown it that much. It might be something as I'm rebuilding the bag that becomes more vital to the bag, but right now it's really not that vital. I just kind of have it in there as a backup driver. I also have a Discraft Paige Pierce first run 5-time world champion ESP nuke. Okay, so whenever I got this disc, I did not know how expensive these discs were going to become. So I immediately started throwing it. You can tell it's got some wear. It's got some chips where I've obviously hit some trees doing my game. Okay, for the sticker for weight's already rubbed off, but like I said, it's a nuke. It actually has her dad's kind of letter to her on the back by Wayne Pierce, but it's embedded in the mold. And I really like this one for backhand when I want it to go straight and then have a hard finish. So yeah, really like this one. It's a little bit more overstable than my Star Destroyers. Okay, so about that disc, I told you I lost, and that's what drove me to make sure I had extra Star Destroyers in the bag, was I lost a katana. I also have this katana my friend let me borrow when he found out I lost mine in a tournament. I just threw it for the first time today. It's not really that important in my bag. He just offered it to me because I lost mine. But what I replaced that katana with was a Paul Macbeth Hades. And so basically I'm trying to work this one in to be overstable, where it'll sit up, forehand, and then finish right. And so I'm working this one in. Yeah, love that Paul Macbeth Hades. We'll see if it stays in the bag as I'm reworking it. I think it will. So far I'm really liking it. Okay, now I have a Misprint Maverick. I think this one is in a fusion plastic. This is a really understable disc for me. If I'm trying to throw a Anheuser backhand and I want it to hold on that line, I throw this disc. So really this is more of a scramble disc for me. And so I keep it in the bag just for those occasions, because you never know when you're gonna need some scramble discs. Okay, I also just picked up this Innova Champion Firestorm. I like this one as a forehand disc. Here lately, my forehand's been struggling. As a former softball player, it's really easy for me to try to come up with it to get more power, which really ends up with me kind of hooking it left. And so right now, this is really overstable for me. If I'm on an open fairway, I want to get a lot of distance. And if I'm still struggling with being too Anheuser unintentionally on my forehand, I go to this Firestorm and it has the chance to flex out because it's so overstable. So also it's got that really pretty blue color. And so right now I'm enjoying having it in the bag. I did put some ink in it, so you know I'm committed. But for a while I didn't even have ink in it yet because I didn't know if it was going to be able to stay in the bag. So going on to some more forehand discs, I also have a Chameleon Turn. Really, I go to this disc as a backup forehand. I think it's a little bit heavier weight than some of my other ones. It was used, I had it early on, it just stayed in the bag as a good one. I tend to throw this one kind of low, but it'll sit up for me and finish strong. And then I've got a Pro Wraith. This one, man, I have just beat the heck out of this one. If I want a forehand that's just really going to go left and then slightly finish right, that's this Pro Wraith. And so usually I use this one on more open fairways. Really, when my forehand's looking good, I'm able to get that good hyzered snap on it. I go to the Pro Wraith, I can get a lot more distance. So those are two more forehand drivers that I really keep in the bag just for that. Next, I have the only Prodigy disc right now in my bag, and it's an F3. It's in 400 plastic, and after I quit throwing an Escape, I went to this one as really a very straight fairway driver. And so I usually use this when I'm trying to slow it down and still go straight, but maybe I want a little bit faster, than like a 5-speed. I would think this is maybe close to like a 9-speed, 8-9 speed as a fairway driver. So I've really been enjoying that. Like I said, it's in 400 plastic, it's in this purple. And yeah, I kind of go to it for those straight approach shots. The last two discs in my bag, I don't really throw that often. This one is, I don't even know if I know what this one is. It's a 145 gram. It's a Destroyer. It's really lightweight, pretty pop top. You can see it's from just some random disc golf club. We picked it up from a used bin. Because it was so lightweight, I wanted to give it a try backhand, see if I could huck it like I do the other ones. So it's been in the bag just in case I want another another backhand disc that's lightweight, really get some pull on it. Because I realize, with lighter weight discs, sometimes you can really throw them farther. So don't be afraid to try lightweight discs if you're really struggling to, get that flip up. And then lastly, I've got a Factory Second Beast. This was actually put in my bag to replace another Beast that I have that I was throwing all the time backhand, and I ended up losing it. And so I just have a Factory Second Beast in case I want to go back to that. I really don't throw it that often because I've been leaning so heavily on my Star Destroyers. I tend to stick to maybe like 6 or 7 discs in the bag. But I had this one just as a backup in case I wanted to, change it up and go back to that Beast. And so this was a cheaper way to get around it. So lastly, I do keep a few extra things in my disc golf bag. I've got our Yahoo Creek Disc Golf bag tag, so we were able to play in their summer league. I keep a Throw Pink disc golf towel attached to my bag. I love this. I just really keep it in the putter pouch so I can quickly grab it, drop disc, and not worry about it falling out. I also keep a chalk bag, and this one's actually a handmade chalk bag by Chump Creek Chalk Bags. I think they're based out of Colorado. So I've got like a Pac-Man chalk bag. Usually I keep that in the side pocket. And then on the side of my bag, I keep a few $1 bills in case anyone on my card draws metal on an ace run or something. Just a fun thing that I learned in the league. Just always keep a few on there in case someone draws metal and you want to give them $1 or give them $5 if they ace it. So anyway, that's what's in my bag. I keep a Nalgene usually in the side full of water for when I'm playing on the course. Sometimes I keep my my chair from Bass Pro Shop in the side, but that's really what's in my bag right now. And like I said, over the next few weeks, I'm going to be working to rebuild my bag and try to make my game stronger, do some field work, and find out what's working for me. And so I really appreciate you tuning in and following along to see all the things I have in my bag. I would love to hear what's your favorite thing in your bag. I would love for you to give this video a like if you appreciated getting to see what's in someone else's bag. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate everyone who's watching our videos and just helping our channel grow to grow the sport. Also, feel free to check us out on Instagram. Our Instagram is summit_DG, where we post some funny reels, some posts. We just finished up watching the Disc Golf Pro Tour finale. We met a ton of pros. So check out our Instagram handle to see who and all we met. It was a really fun time. Anyway, I hope you have a great day and that you go out and have the best round today. See you later.